Hello, hello, mic check. Hello, hello, hello. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, episode 14. Cross on the green, not in between. We are back, my brother. I'm Cess. That's C Flash. We're going to take you around the world of sports as only we can. The Village Legends, baby. We might even have a Village Legend call in. We'll see how that goes. A lot to talk about today. A lot of MLB trades went down. NFL related tragedy. We'll talk about that to start things off. Some NBA news and notes, WNBA news and notes. We'll have our extra point courtesy of one of our biggest fans. And C Flash, say hello, my brother. Tell him what we talking about today, bro.
What's going on? What's going on? Episode 14, we back again, my good people, and we here with some fiery topics. More than any other podcast, I think. Any other episode. I'm sorry, I stand corrected. To get into it, and as far as I know, I'm just excited, but more or less concerned. So let's get to it, guys.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it. First on the board today, my brother, there was some tragedy at the NFL offices. A little bit crazy. Some people lost their lives, which is crazy. Tell the folks about that. Let them know what we're working with that situation, man.
Let's start with let's just a silent prayer for those who lost their life. And respects to each and every one of the families from another tragedy where another person has come and ended lives, innocent lives, due to their demons that they've dealt with in their lives, or their in their lives, and in the past. Things are getting real crazy, folks. And I just want to say, I want to give a shout out to all of our viewers and our listeners. Please protect yourselves. Understand that it's more than what you think. Our world is wild, but always protect yourselves while thinking about sports.
Absolutely.
A
Now,
moment of silence to those, if we can, to those who lost their lives during the I want to say the shootout in New York. It was kind of devastating. There was also a New York police officer that was involved who was doing a security detail in this building, and I just want to really I just want to start off with a moment of silence to everybody, because we weren't able to do it because our podcast is shot on Sundays. And again, just a moment of silence if we could. Um, so I'm gonna start off with talking about this individual who I really don't like talking about. Individuals who do things.
we don't have to name him on this
Yeah,
show.
I really don't want to, but
He did make some claims, right?
he made
In his
claims.
note that he left.
But I'm gonna do it, and I pay respect. Forgive me for doing it, but I don't want to offend any of the family members who lost their family member during this tragedy. But Shane Devin Tamora, a 27-year-old from Las Vegas, who killed 4 people in the lobby of a building before taking own life. drove to New York from Vegas, had documented mental health history. Tamora may have suggested he may have been suffering from chronic traumatic and encephalopathy.
Encephalopathy, which is
Yes,
CTE for short.
yes.
CTE for short.
Again, forgive me for that, Village Village Legends podcast. Forgive me for that, which is CTE. Also, it's brain damage, and he had a grievance toward the NFL. Okay, with that being said, I have a problem with that because number one, his level of playing football or any contact sports was high school. I don't believe he played in college, and I know he didn't make it to NFL. His whole thing was, that he was blaming the NFL for his CTE, brain damage, because when I say it's brain damage, it comes with concussions and all types of things that
Yeah.
go on with contact sports. But I believe there was more to it. Again, it's so easy to throw out that you have mental health issues or that you have, received CTE. No, it's more than what you think. There is mental health issues slash CTE. And CTE is a form, again, of contact sports, which is damage to the brain. Mental health issues, there is a variety. There's numerous topics on mental health issues. I don't know what truly was his motive. He wrote a note as to why he said he was doing this or why this was his mission to go and take to take innocent people's lives, I'll say. And it was just unnecessary. We never want to see this. And I just wanted to talk with my brother Sess and get more how you feel about it, because I'm angry, but at the same token, things need to be done. So my anger is nothing. It's all about how do we stop it? And everyone's thing is, oh, we need to better the gun laws. The gun laws in this country has been talked about for years. It's going to take more time than you think, even if they change the gun laws. Again, people might disagree with what I have to say, but I'm going to speak my truths. Even if we change the gun laws, there are already people in this country that already have the guns. So whether they're registered or not, guns are being passed around in this country like candy. It's just everybody has a gun. So whether or not we change the gun laws or not, these gun laws is I finally understand that it has to do with people who do have mental issues and mental health issues, I'll say, because even with that being said, the gun laws can't stop people that have mental health issues. They're going to continue to do things that are just, horrific. And Seth, I just want to ask you what you think about it.
Yeah, it's tragic, man. It's a very tough thing. I actually know somebody whose family knew one of the people that lost their life in the tragedy. So it's crazy. Uh, what can you say? It is mental health. I mean, like you said, the gun laws, are not gonna affect. If somebody wants a gun, they're gonna get one. That we know, just from being on this planet. You know what I mean? If somebody wants one, they're gonna get one. If they want to use it, they're going to. It's sad state of affairs. Once again, we say rest in peace to the victims. And I guarantee the security is up in these offices now like crazy right now after this, as it should be. But it's sad that it should be. So yeah, man, it's a tragedy. Unexpected. Park Avenue. We know people that work out there nearby. We worried about them, so we get it. But like you were saying, it's a tough thing. I don't believe maybe he did have CTE or not, but obviously he had mental health issues.
Correct.
Of course, yeah. So who
Correct.
knows if he had CTE or not? But that's a whole other topic. It takes a lot of banging to the head to produce CTE. It takes, that's why these veterans get it after many, many years of playing. Him as a youth football player, I guess it's possible theoretically, but who knows, man? Who knows? Anything else on that, my brother?
Uh, just also again, real quick, that when we're discussing CTE, it goes more than what we think it is, because um, it doesn't stop at high school. It's continuous brain hits or brain damage, and you have a lot of NFL players who might have just did 5 years, 6 years, and say, you know what, they just retired out of the blue, and they don't want to develop that CTE.
Right.
They also know that it's just a time for them to spend time with their families or go live their life and see the things that they want to do. There's other ventures. The NFL and football, alone is something that gets you into life, where you're able to live financially fit and take care of your families or take care of yourself. It's a culture, but you're getting paid to do something that you love, just like any other professional sport. And
Now, real quick, not to cut you off, but the NFL has also done a lot over the last few years
lots of testing.
lots of testing to improve, the dangers, on the field, and to improve the quality of the players' lives on the field, especially with their new rules and stuff.
Correct.
Do you think they do enough with the rules? You think the game could still be safer? Because a lot of people do talk about, oh, it's too soft now, and these pity pat penalties. They're trying to protect the players, of course. You think it's too soft? I mean, where do you lie on that?
I believe that they are doing what they need to do, with as far as protecting the players, with having special helmets, how to tackle better.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, to have this young man sit there and say he's blaming the NFL, 27 years old. Wait a second. They've been working on to how to protect the players and get things right for years. We're talking about at least the past 15 years.
Yes.
So to see this young man that said at 27 years old, who wanted to, they found a note on him, and he was blaming the NFL, and he was trying to go to the NFL offices.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I can't even say that. Thank God he didn't reach there, because we lost 4 innocent people's lives, and it was unnecessary.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not trying to sound angry, Village Legends podcast viewers and listeners, but the fact that this young man was even walking to the building, and you had people outside, and he had a rifle in his hands, did they think that was from Toys R Us? I mean, I'm lost. We need to see something and say something, regardless.
That's the old saying,
Somebody
right?
seen this man walking into a building with an assault rifle. That is a problem. So therefore, the pledge is to my fellow Americans, okay, sport lovers alike, we need to definitely be vigilant, and we need to be alert. All right, this is crazy. All right, enough is enough, but we need to definitely step up and protect each other.
I was just gonna say that. Protect each other. That's a great call, brother.
That's enough on that topic.
Yeah.
Again, respect to each and every of those family members who laid to rest their loved ones. We wish you well, and let's hope for a better future, because we have children out here, and we want the best for our children. I want to give a congratulatory shout out to the Hall of Fame enshrinement that just happened this past weekend. I'm sorry. Sterling Sharp of the Green Bay Packers, Eric Allen of the Eagles and the 49ers, Jared Allen of the Vikings, Antonio Gates of the Chargers. These 4 former NFL players were unbelievable in their time, and they kept us entertained. They kept us voting for them, and they, even when if they didn't make a Pro Bowl, we were mad as fans.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very I'm okay with the ones that went in because they played the game the right way and they played it hard. They played it with grit, grind, anything else that you could think of. These were some really, really good football players, and I really enjoyed Sterling Sharp. Um, his speech was phenomenal because he mentioned his closeness to his brother, and he mentioned that his daughter, uh, basically between and those who don't know and who do know, his brother is Shannon Sharp, another Hall of Famer who played and won 2 Super Bowls with the Denver Broncos, and he won a Super Bowl with the Ravens. Shannon also is he's a big time podcast guy, as we all know, and he's also an analyst on and he was
Formerly
on ESPN.
We're not going to talk about that
We're
today.
not going to get into that, but I felt like it was an emotional situation because he basically Sterling talked about that he did not let his brother see him cry when the 2 important people in their lives passed away, men that they looked up to. I believe one of them was their father.
Wow.
And he said that basically that was fulfilling. It was hard, but he said he wanted to be more of a role model. In a way, he wanted to be that role model to his younger brother.
Mm-hmm.
And also Shannon talks about that the respect that he has for his older brother is second to none. And to see their bond as the Sharp brothers, I think a lot of us we take for granted the people that are our real role models, which is our siblings, not the people that are on posters, not the people who are out in the street parading and breaking records and stuff. No, it's normally our flesh, our own flesh. So when you get to see an opportunity to see that, I think that was great. Micah Parsons.
Ooh, hot topic. Hot topic.
What the hell is going on in Dallas? Stephen A. Smith, shout out to Stephen A. I know you are sitting there, but there's been times I know that you've brought it up to the show, and again, even with your own podcast. What is going on in Dallas? I don't have any idea. I could assume Michael Parsons wants to get paid. He wants to get paid. The Dallas Cowboys are notoriously known for paying their players because with quickness, but these last couple of these contracts with their stars, with Dak Prescott, what's the wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb, and now Micah Parsons, there is an issue. So Micah is saying he wants to trade from the Dallas Cowboys. He says, I no longer want to play for the Dallas Cowboys. My trade request has been submitted to Stephen Jones personally. So from the last episode, I did mention that, and I mentioned how Stephen Jones made a comment. So for Micah, this was personal.
Wow. You think they trade him? I mean, I know they haven't even spoken to his agent. Last I saw, they haven't even spoken to the guy. So
when you have players from all levels, I mean, especially professional level,
mm-hmm.
And they say they want to get traded, there's numerous ways to stop them from saying, hey, you know what? Let's change your mind.
Oh, yeah. Don't mean they're going to trade him.
Yeah,
just because he wants it. But will he be on the field? If you had to put money on it right now, is he on the field for the Cowboys week 1 or for another team? Or is he still sitting out?
It's just the same thing with Terry McLaughlin from the Washington Commanders. Right now, we've seen this, play out in previous years. Debo Samuels, these owners and GMs wait I don't know what it is that goes into them waiting, but they wait to the middle of the season. And I respect it. You just don't jump because a player says jump. That's not how this works, okay? And as me being a fellow Giant fan, I understand if one of our great players wants to be signed and he's been dominant. So if he's consistently doing what he needs to do on that football field, he's giving you his heart, he's giving you his sweat, his blood and tears. What's the problem? What are we missing here? Micah Parsons is definitely a pro. He is a phenomenal football player. He's a Pro Bowler, and he changes games. When you guys signed Dak, you signed him because of the fact that that's just what it was in the market. Right or wrong?
Yeah.
All right. So it takes one player especially for the quarterbacks, any player, any position, linebacker, lineman, it takes one player to get signed a big deal, and it sets a trend for everybody else. So what are you going to tell you? You're telling Micah Parsons that he's not deserving of the money that he wants? Okay, I get it. So try to revamp something. You know what I'm saying? Revamp the extension. Put some incentives that make sense to him. Disagree?
No, I agree. He's going to get paid. I don't know if it's going to be them or somebody else. I don't know if he's going to miss games or not. Someone's going to pay him. Even if he gets traded, will he still sit out, or does he just hate the Cowboys that much that he'll get on the field right away? I don't know. Should be interesting though.
I don't think he hates the Cowboys.
I don't think so either.
I believe, I know, not I believe, not I think they would be foolish to let him go because yes, or trade him. I'll say, if you trade this man, you're making a big mistake. Cowboy Nation, just so y'all know, you will be making a big time mistake. I'm sure Jerry Jones, his emails, or if you have his personal email, the fan mail is flooding into him right now because they're like, no way should you get rid of Micah Parsons? He is that dude. Does he have any flaws in his game? Sure, but at the end of the day, no one is playing for less than of their worth. Bottom line, football is a dangerous sport. It stands for not for long in the NFL, not for long. So pay them their money. Again, football is not the only dangerous sport. There's boxing, there's hockey, there's a lot of sports that those three I just named where they have to get paid. Because they're doing more than entertaining us as fans.
Yeah.
As long as they're winning as well, yes, that's a major part. But at the same token, if you're sitting there BSing and not doing your part as the professional athlete, then why do they need to get paid? Why? Micah Parsons is different.
You think he had a good year last year?
I believe
for him. Because that's probably what they're telling him. Was that you last year? Was that or are you gonna you're gonna light it up again like you did 2 years ago or 3 years ago? Or know what I mean?
Did Micah finish the season last year?
I don't know. He had played 13 games. I don't know if it was the last few.
Okay.
12 sacks and 30 tackles.
Well, he's human.
Yeah.
That goes with it.
I'm sure he's getting a lot of double teams and a lot of pay. He's getting a lot of attention paid to him.
And I know we're going to evaluate year by year. So with that being said, my whole point is this, Village Legend Podcast viewers, they're human beings. Okay? Yes, if you sign them, understand they bleed, they break. They're not Superman.
Yep.
Okay? They're human beings. So if you had a bad season or a bad year last year, that's understood. But as long as he's working and not partying, not BSing off the football field, pay that man his money.
You heard it here, folks. Pay the man.
I also want to get into
Dallas, though. But Dallas, you know what I mean?
Dallas, yeah. At the end of the day, like we could sit here and just be like, you know what? Let him go.
Yeah, exactly.
Let him go.
But we look out for the players on the Village Legends podcast. We get it.
Yes, and that's what we do because that shit. It's real. You know,
Yeah.
I want to get paid.
Yes.
I want to switch that high volume real quick into another topic, but still in the NFL. Denzel Perryman, Chargers linebacker, was arrested on Friday night on a felony weapons charge. He had 5 firearms in his vehicle, arrested at 9:41 p.m. and booked at 10:06 p.m. August 1st, 2025.
5's a lot, huh? Holy shit. He was going to war. Pardon my language. He was going to war out there.
And with that being said, I want to piggyback off of that. This is what we're going through, folks. Okay, we lost 4 lives off of a man that tried to enter a building and go to the NFL offices and prove his point. You did prove a point. You took innocent lives. For a current NFL player that's in the NFL on don't matter what team he's on, because I already read that. What are we doing with all those weapons in our cars? What's going on? Where's your mentality at? You know?
He must be fearing for his life, I guess. I don't know. So,
I mean that's what they all will say.
Yeah.
They all will say that same thing, Seth. But at the end of the day, it's like, damn.
I know.
Are we going to Iraq?
I don't get it, bro. It's messed up. I know.
So again, I'm piggybacking off of my brother Seth and what he's saying. I just want to say one thing that, you know, the great Marvin Gaye said, and he said, what's going on? What's going on? And it's not a day for preaching. I'm not trying to preach, but it is Sunday. My sports fans on the Village Legend podcast, what's going on? Let's pay attention.
Before we leave the NFL, I want to touch a couple notes too. Shout out to Antonio Gates, the first player in the history of the NFL to not play college football. Isn't that crazy?
He started off with playing basketball in college.
Yeah.
And then
what an athlete, man.
Yes.
Yeah, what an athlete. Yes. Tremendous. I mean, easily top 5 tight end of all time. Is he the best tight end of all time?
I wouldn't say that. No.
Okay. I mean, all right, but he's definitely top 5.
Top 5. Yes.
Shout out to him. One more interesting stat. I think you'll like this. This comes in from my brother himself, Real Estate Jesse. Real Estate Jesse, if you're out there, shout out to you. Thanks for this little bit of information. Listen to this. Shador, as in Shador Sanders, just broke the most sales for a rookie jersey, breaking the record held by his dad, Dion, making $18 million in commissions. Good job, Shador. Way to be. Way to be, my brother. That's nice.
And with that being said, we applaud you.
Yes,
but
sir.
But Shador, you just showed everybody that when the NFL decides to wait round by round and disrespect you because of your father, hey, you just opened up the floodgates. So I give you a round of applause, young brother.
Good job. Good job. Keep it going. Now we're in that starting spot. Now get out there on that field, my brother.
Yes.
Anything else on the NFL?
No, sir. No, sir.
So real quick, some NBA and WNBA news and notes you wanted to touch on? I got a quick WNBA note as well. Go ahead, brother. What do we got? NBA.
Real quick, because, you know, this is off season and a lot of these players are enjoying themselves on yachts and cruises and all that with their family, like they should. They play hard. They got to live hard, and enjoy life. Celtics minority owner Steve Pagliuca has reached a deal to buy the Connecticut Sun for a record $325 million.
All right.
And move the team to Boston. The franchise wouldn't play in Boston until 2027. The league has to approve the sale as of yet. I think that's a great move.
It's a great move.
They call it Title Town. For those
great move.
For those fans of Boston and anyone who knows anything about Boston, they have championships, and it sounds great because they, over there it's just a culture of winning. And why not move them to Boston?
That's an absolutely great move. I love it. I think it'll help the league immensely. Connecticut Sun, because where they play where the Mohegan Sun is, right?
Yes,
That's why. So yeah, I mean, listen, ain't nobody going there. You move them to Boston and let's go, baby. Let's go. That's a good move.
We are familiar with the Mohegan Sun.
Yes, we are.
And I tell you, it is. They have a lot of work to do. Not to throw daggers at Mohegan Sun.
No, it's cool.
Not what we're here to do.
It's a good spot, but
y'all have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you want a local team. I mean, bring them to Boston. Give them the big city feel, not Uncasville, Connecticut, wherever the hell it is. Correct. No offense, Mohegan. Shout out. I'll see you in January.
Real quick. Also, Luka Doncic. Those who are aware he signed a 3-year, $165 million extension with the Los Angeles Lakers. He has trimmed down, which has been a hot topic in sports because Luka has now taken his level of motivation and he's ready to win titles, folks. That's his motivation factor.
Boston Moon. There you go, Al.
He wants it more than what we think he did. I respect Luka's game offensively. Again, I say this one more time. I respect his game offensively. But other than that, his defense has to get better. Doesn't matter if he trimmed down or not. Luka, if you are not playing defense, you're hurting your team.
Listen, it's August 3rd. Luka's in shape on August 3rd. That's cool. He looks great on the beach. All right. Let's talk December 3rd and January 3rd. Yes. Let's see if he's still in shape then.
Yes.
All right, Luka, do your thing. One of the best in the league, but that's been a little bit of a thing over him in the last couple of years. Can he stay in shape or not? Guys, thanks for joining us. 7 solid viewers right now. Let us know if you want us to hit any topics specifically. What else we got in the NBA, WNBA, my brother?
That's pretty much. I believe. Did you have something to say more about the WNBA?
Quick shout out to Asia Wilson.
Okay.
Quick shout out to multi-time MVP Asia Wilson, who had 55 points and a triple-double, I believe 11 assists and 10 rebounds, if I'm not mistaken. Just absolutely dominated the game. She's a credit to the game. She's a big body, and she's left-handed. And if you guys haven't seen her, there's a reason.
She's bad.
Yeah, there's a reason why she wins MVP. So shout out to her. Let's go Mets all day. So shout out to Asia with another terrific performance, maybe on our way to maybe a 4th MVP season. We'll see. And as always, I say hello to Sophie Cunningham and Kelsey Plum during our segments.
Yes.
Shout out to them. Anything else in the basketball world, my brother?
Let's see what else do we have for them.
Damian Lillard, right? He's back.
Yeah, I touched bases with Damian Lillard a couple episodes ago, as far as a couple free agents and stuff that are making moves.
He's back.
We're excited to see Dame time, and for all those who know him, his signature. So Dame, welcome back to Portland, and we look forward to seeing you do some phenomenal things. Hopefully, bring a chip back to Portland because it's been a long time.
When they win in the 70s? Portland?
70s was the last time they won a championship with Bill Walton.
Oh.
And
what a player he was at a young age before the knees went out.
A couple of other Hall of Famers that are in the Naismith Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Forgive us for not giving more extended names out there.
We'll talk about it on the anniversary.
Yes.
We'll talk about it on the anniversary.
But at the end of the day, that was the last time that Portland went and won a championship. And that was, I believe, 77, if I'm not mistaken.
NBA and WNBA news and notes. Next up, some college sports, some college news we want to get into. Give it to him, brother.
Yes. So let's talk more and get into college, because that's also one of my hot sports that I love to talk about. Paul Feinbaum. Those who know Paul is ESPN analyst. He's definitely, his level of expertise is college football. Do I agree with all his statements? No, I do not. But I do respect him in his knowledge of the game. For many, many years, I love watching him and Stephen A. go at it back and forth. But I still respect Paul Feinbaum. I believe he is definitely an Alabama fan. He's always sided with Alabama. And he has picked, get ready, drum roll please, he has picked the Texas Longhorns to win the national championship.
Wow.
Stating that they just have way too much talent on that team. And, it's just they're ready. They're prepared.
Just not to cut you off, but just a quick aside. I did some bar trivia this week, and one of the questions was, what is the most valuable college program right now? I wouldn't have thought it. I said Notre Dame. The answer was the Texas Longhorns, number one, the University of Texas, the most valuable sports program in college football right now, or in college sports right now.
So, and you know what? I'm not doubting you.
Well, that was the answer. So
yeah, that's the answer.
Yeah.
So when I did my sources, they have the top 10 in college football for 2025 this season.
Okay,
would be Notre Dame, Alabama,
You
Oregon, BYU, Illinois, Iowa State, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Arizona State, and Boise State number 10. So the only issue I have with that top 10 college football rankings or future rankings, just going by, if they are legitimate rankings, how do you make them legitimate, or how do you have any type of ranking without the University of Michigan? I have a problem with that because, as you can see what's behind my head, I'm a Michigan fan. And the Michigan Wolverines, you don't never put a list together. Hear me, my good people. You don't never put a list together without mentioning the Michigan Wolverines. Go blue, okay? Make sure you understand that. I'm going to put that to the side for now. I agree with Notre Dame. I wouldn't say that they're number one. I understand that they're going to have some players returning, which I understand. Alabama, they're going to regroup. It's just that now that Nick Saban is gone, the GOAT, Nick Saban, okay, I don't really necessarily I would never really necessarily ever rank them in number 2 category until we see their field of play. That goes by season. Oregon, yes, Oregon should be number 2. I would say Oregon is number 2. After them, you got number 4 BYU. Again, this is not to throw daggers at schools or fans that listen to our podcast. I don't agree with some of these picks for the 2025 college football season. Illinois is definitely, I like what they're doing with the program, but you're not number 5. I would have put Ole Miss number 5. Tennessee is definitely a tough school. Arizona State, I like what they're doing. We got Cam Scatterboo to come to the Giants, and he's a beast. I'm hoping that he has a phenomenal career in the NFL.
I hope so.
And he stays with the Giants.
I hope so.
Boise State, you had the Heisman Trophy finalists that you had lined up. Unfortunately, he got passed up by Travis Hunter. And I believe, he's going to have a phenomenal career. But again, Boise State is just that's a tough one to put them in number 10. And over Michigan.
Of course.
I mean, come on, folks.
They've been good though.
I mean, well, come on, folks. Stop the disrespect. We will not have the disrespect. Okay.
Is Michigan being punished for their whole offseason fiasco thing with the guy?
No, because
Nah, it's got
no,
nothing to do.
says
The rankings got nothing to do with that.
no, says
Okay.
because I mean, listen, this is just something off the top people's heads from what they probably seen the year before.
Mm-hmm.
And Michigan didn't have a great season, but believe you and me, I love seeing these. I love seeing these picks
Mm-hmm.
because we don't want you jumping on the bandwagon when Michigan turns it around. So you know what? Keep that energy. Keep that energy.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Real quick, I'm being told this is crazy, but I'm being told here we want to keep it real here. We don't mess around. The Asia Wilson 55-point game, they're telling me it was fake. It's just like a rumor that she had 55. That's
Oh
crazy.
wow! Wow.
Thanks, guys, so much for the NCAA college football talk. Anything else on that or no?
No sir, no sir.
Awesome. So we turn our attention now, I guess, to Major League Baseball, the MLB. Trade deadline has come and gone. A lot of teams made a lot of moves. The locals made some moves. The Yankees picked up Ryan McMahon, David Bednar, who's a good pitcher, good relief pitcher from the Pirates, Camilo Duvall, Jake Bird. They got a Med Rosario to remember him from the Mets,
Yes.
the shortstop.
Shortstop. Yes.
Yeah, and that's a little dig, I think, at Anthony Volpe, who's really been struggling. He's been playing good this past week, past 10 days, but he's had a rough start to the season. Rough first half, so they needed some help there. They got him. Our boys, the Mets, I think we did pretty good, man. We didn't really give up a lot. We got Ryan Helsley from the Reds. I saw his entrance the other night. It was pretty cool. He comes into Hell's Bells, which is pretty cool.
The pitching was great.
Yeah, they did very well with that. They got Tyler Rogers.
Yes.
Who's a twin, who his twin also plays in the league, submariner. Not too many of those guys left. Gregory Soto, left-handed reliever, who he could be hit or miss, but we'll give it a shot.
Yes.
And we got, of course, Cedric Mullins from the Orioles, the lefty center fielder. Center field, we've talked about on this show, is one of the Mets' weaker points. So they tried to address it. Did they address it, my brother? What do you think of Cedric Mullins? What do you think of that pickup for the Mets?
Again, late in the season, you're going to a whole new club, so the anxiety builds up. You want to be great. You want to go out there and prove that you belong. Give it some time. I'm not a fan in baseball just for nothing. I truly believe that each player, each athlete needs some time. I believe he'll be okay.
We'll see. I mean, if my only thing with him is if he is okay, right? If he's just his average self, is it enough? Does it really help us if Cedric Mullins just plays how Cedric Mullins plays? I mean, yeah, that's why I was calling for like Louis Robert, because I felt like he was a difference maker. Is a guy like Cedric Mullins in the Mets lineup a difference maker? Time will tell. I hope he is, of course. I hope he is. Let's see. So that's the Mets moves. Pretty good. Other notables, Seattle Mariners, Josh Naylor comes over on the trade, and Eugenio Suarez, the great third baseman who hits home runs. So Seattle definitely going for it with Kyle Raleigh behind the plate. The Dodgers picked up James Tibbs, second time James Tibbs has moved this year. He's a good young prospect. And the Cubs picked up a couple of guys too. So, the second half of the season shaping up nice. Our Braves and the Phillies, who are our contenders, made a couple moves. Nothing too crazy. Carlos Carrasco goes to the Braves. I don't think he'll make a difference at all over there. Harrison Bader, former Met, goes to the Phillies. Again, difference maker, maybe. We'll see. Maybe not. But it was a very active trade deadline. MLB continues down the stretch run here, and September is really fun in baseball. So August, September should be a good time, and we'll see who comes up with what.
Do you think the Cubs are heating up?
The Cubs have been consistently good this year. I don't think they're heating up. I think maybe the opposite. I think young teams like the Cubs, when they get to the stretch run, I don't know if they have enough experience or enough, will to get them to the end. A lot of these guys are young. Pete Crow Armstrong, great example. He's now playing the most games he's ever played in a season, so it's time will tell. It should be fun though. They're a nice young team to watch. They picked up a couple guys, Mike Soraka as well, Willie Castro, to solidify them. So they'll be fun to watch down the stretch run, my brother. We'll see. We'll see. As for our Mets, it's been a roller coaster, up and down as usual. We sweep, then we get swept. We lose two, we win two. I mean, it's pretty much the story of the day right now for us, you know?
I had brought it to the attention of a co-worker of mine that I felt that the Padres and the Mets are in baseball. We are the new rivals. There is a no like whatsoever between those two teams. What do you think?
They have our number, that's for sure. We haven't been able
do.
to beat them lately. I don't know if I don't know if I'd call it a rivalry just yet. They are a rival. We can't beat them right now, so that's the case. But the Padres, a lot of teams don't like the Padres. A lot of teams don't like the Mets either. So these guys have problems with a lot of other teams.
Yeah.
The fact that they don't like each other is interesting. Yesterday Houston and whoever Houston was playing almost fought yesterday. Trevor Story was stealing signs yesterday. So there's been a lot of bad blooded teams in baseball this year. Padres, we just got to get over that hump and beat them. I think we're a better team than them, but they have our number, and sometimes that happens. You know what I mean?
I mean, something's got to give, because at the end of the day, I said that to me that July is an important month of baseball. Now we're heading into August. August right now, folks, is a situational position for all teams to get their shit right. And I mean that, unconditionally. I mean, as bold as I can be, August is the month, because it's 31 days in August. And to me, it's still a time to be able to get yourselves and figure out soul searching if you want to win. Because right now, it's all about winning right now. So with baseball alike, you have to figure this out in August. If not, say la vie.
Say la vie. Say la vie, my brother. Anything else with MLB you want to touch on? Any other baseball news and notes?
Listen,
Talk to
as
him.
everybody can see, I got the Mets jersey on, Mets banner behind my head. Congratulations to the polar bear, Pete Alonso. He hit his 250th home run as a New York Met. He hit it sooner than what a lot of people thought. And did you know what, Pete? When you came in 2019, you came in roaring, my brother, and you let everybody know that, hey, you are a New York Met, and you are definitely going to be one of the greatest. So we want to give you a round of applause, Pete, because at the end of the day,
way to be, Pete.
You've showed that you really are that guy.
Give it up for Pete. Great job, Polar Bear. You might not be a Met next year. You might be. We don't know. But for now, we appreciate you. Thank you for everything. And he pours his heart and soul into it.
He sure does.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He's a Met, true and true.
Sure
don't
does.
let him don't make him have to throw the ball, because then we're in trouble. But everything else he does very well on the baseball field. So we give him props for that.
You gotta love Pete's energy.
Yeah.
New York Mets fans. We gotta love his energy.
And I'm so glad, by the way, thank goodness that he stopped ripping his other teammates' shirts off when they win the ball game, because that was driving me nuts, Pete. I think it was driving them nuts too, my brother.
It was more. That's more high school, Pete.
Yeah.
You gotta stop doing that BS, Pete. All right, enough is enough.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anything else, MLB, or is that about it? We wrapping up soon, folks. We're gonna touch real quick because it's in the tri-state area. What do we got here? Oh yes. Give him a shout out, my brother. I know you want to talk a little women's golf or women's tennis. What is it?
Women's golf.
Women's golf.
I want to give a shout out to Mayu Yamashita. She wins the Women's Open Championship, her first major victory. Mayu, we appreciate what you've done, and we just want to put you on the show and give you your flowers. We wish you more and more and more success in the future. Again, we evaluate and we look at all sports. That's what this show is about. That's what our podcast is about. We do not discriminate. We look at all sports with all genders in those sports. So again, we give you a shout out and many, many more, Mayu, and keep doing your thing. We're proud of you.
Great job, Mayu. Speaking of all sports, because they're in our area, the tri-state area, because they're right in our backyard. WWE SummerSlam Night 2 is upon us. I think it probably already started a little while ago here, but last night was night 1. Quick recap. I mean, things of note. If anybody saw it, um, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso won their battle against Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Jay got the pin, which was interesting. I think that shows that they really trust Jay with Roman out there, one of the greats. They gave Jay the pin, so that was pretty cool. Obviously, the Jelly Roll participated in one of the matches last night. Jelly Roll actually did good. They gave
Jelly
him
Roll lost. Jelly Roll is not looking like Jelly Roll. He lost some weight.
Jelly Roll lost a lot of weight. He's not like the most athletic guy, but he got the best out of his body last night, so he did very well. Shout out to him. Logan Paul was in that match too. Logan Paul, to me, is not really a celebrity wrestling anymore. He's a wrestler now. He's freaking really talented, really, really athletic.
And he's rich.
And he's a great bad guy too, guys. He's a great heel. Yes. If you haven't seen him yet, he's just being himself, which he's kind of an a-hole. So it just works out perfect for him. And then, of course, the big news of the night, the main event, CM Punk and Gunther. They had an epic battle. It was a great match. Gunther was busted open, bleeding everywhere. Those guys sold the shit out of the match. You thought that they were really on their last legs. And CM Punk won his first World Heavyweight Championship in many, many years, only to be spoiled by Seth Rollins, who came out and swerved everybody, came out on the crutches, turned around like he was leaving, and then just dropped the crutches and said, "I'm back." And he cashed in his Money in the Bank contract. Shout out to Seth, probably has the 2 greatest cash-ins of the Money in the Bank contract of all time. I'll tell you about that later. Tell you what that is. It's pretty cool though.
Shout out to my nephew.
Well, that's where I'm going to. Yes, that's where we're going to. Tonight is night 2 of SummerSlam, and as our extra point tonight, we're going to shout out to C Flash's nephew. His name is Noel. And Noel has our extra point tonight because he's giving us his picks for SummerSlam Night 2. And Noel, I'm gonna tell you what I think. I'm gonna give you your picks first. I'm gonna give the people your picks first, and I'm gonna tell you what I think. Noel has Dirty Dom, Dominic Mysterio beating the all-time great AJ Styles. Noel, I agree with you 100%. Dom is the man. He's hated, and he's one of the best heels around, and people boo him like crazy. And I think he's going to use a dastardly method. I think he's going to beat AJ as well. He has Cody beating John Cena to regain the World Heavyweight Championship. Noel, I hope it happens, my brother. We'll see. Cena apparently became a good guy again. I think it's fake. Maybe we see The Rock tonight. Maybe we don't. I think it's on right now, so we'll see what happens with that. He's also got Rio beating Io and Naomi. I tend to agree with you there. We'll see. I would love to see Naomi retain or Io capture it before Rhea, me personally. But Rhea is a very big star in wrestling. So, my man, that is Nephew Noel's SummerSlam Night 2 picks, and that is our extra point of the night. You know. Shout out to everybody who joined us tonight. Thank you guys so much for the continued support. Tonight is a special night. We're brought to you by the Fist of Interception Institute in Rochelle Park. The Fist of Interception Institute teaches the way of Bruce Lee and Jeet Kune Do. Shout out to Sifu Vincent. Give him a shout out on Instagram, Fist of Interception Institute. Look it up. And, first class is free, guys. Come on in, check it out. He'd love to have you guys. And he will be on the show. He wants to talk to you one of these days on the boxing segment. Loves boxing. Okay. Shout out to Sifu. My brother, take us out as only you can, my brother. Village Legend style. Hit him.
Just real quick, Seth, also. Just a quick message to all those who have a podcast and our fellow podcasters alike. Let's stop disrespecting each other. Okay, let's stop calling out each other
Good message.
And saying some things that we shouldn't be saying. We need to stick together in this. All right, we need to, we don't have to like each other, but stop the disrespect. Okay, I've been seeing some things on these podcast shows and seeing my former athletes, and then I'm seeing former rappers that I mean, listen. There's more than what we think it is.
Who's Cam beefing with now?
Yeah, it's more than that, because sometimes Cam can just be minding his own business.
That's true.
We need to stop the nonsense. All right. And let's just do our thing, folks. All right. At the end of the day, this is a podcast family. So it's unnecessary that we have to see this, but make sure you understand the point. All right. It's all part of what we are all trying to do. All right. And when we go at certain people, just make sure you understand that you're going to look back at those episodes, or you're going to look back at the whole going at each other, and you're gonna feel foolish because it's unnecessary. Things that are coming out that are being said is childish in a delinquent way. Y'all are grown men, grown women. Stop it. All right. Don't try to stop someone or the podcast community. Don't try to call out people and stop the flow.
The beautiful thing is there's enough space for everybody.
For everybody.
So just, as long as you find that lane and you're good at it, continue success to everybody in this structure.
Well said.
Talk to him, brother.
Well said, Sess.
Take him out.
Again, have a blessed week. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, think sports.
Talk to him.
Peace.